Yes. We are live. We live, man. Man, I ain't been on in a Elite Podcast ain't been live in a minute, man. But I hope everybody doing well. Big ups to everybody. Some people might tune in live, and then a lot of people will probably go watch it on the playback. On YouTube, V.I.Legends. On Facebook, the Elite Podcast. Hope everybody doing well. Big up to everybody. Hope everybody having a good Sunday, man. And blessings to everybody in the new year and stuff. Hope everybody be safe. First and foremost, I just want to big up all the people that came on and shared this story on the podcast. I definitely want to big up all the past guests that we have had. Once again, I'm really, really grateful for them sharing this story, coming out of their comfort zone and sharing this story to the wall and stuff, not just the Virgin Islands, but to the wall and everything. So, once again, much love to everybody. This is episode 91, man. Episode 91. Appreciate it, Arika. Much love. Yeah, episode 91, man. So, we back and, we're going to be doing a lot of things and start a lot of lives and just, hitting all kind of different direction and stuff. Just showing love to the different people that are doing a lot of things abroad and bigging up the Virgin Islands and stuff. But once again, the podcast is for individuals to come and share the story, from their own mouth, and we just gonna continue to roll and stuff, make sure we big up the Virgin Islands and all the youths and the future generation coming up. They got a chance to hear the different stories and give them motivation and also give them advice on, a lot of different, I know I tried to say, I started and all kind of stuff. I ain't been on in a minute, but hope everybody doing well. Big up to everybody tuning in. Appreciate you, carry on. Big up to all the Facebook users and stuff. Some of I can't see your name. But once again, much love, man. I know a lot of people ask for the podcast and stuff like that, and I'll tell you, I kind of I got a lot of stuff dealing with. I'm dealing with a lot of different stuff, dealing with a lot of the courts and a lot of different stuff. So, I'm a very busy person. My son playing basketball senior year, dealing with that as well, too. Stuff started to wind down and everything. So, we're going to continue to roll and stuff. But, big up to everybody. But, we have a special guest, man. I'm gonna say his government name. I got to say his government name. Clarence Joseph, man. We go way back since we 5, 6, 7 years old, man. Back down in the West Side, Virgin Islands, St. Croix, Frederickstead. So I'm very, very happy and honored to be interviewing him, man. I was shocked to find out he was a reggae artist, a couple years ago and stuff like that, man. Because his family is boxing. Boxing is in the bloodlines. Is deep, So definitely can't wait to hear his story and for him to share his story, man. I know a lot of you viewers know who he is and stuff, man. But I'm not gonna be blabbering and talking anymore. We're gonna bring our guest in. I say his government name, Clarence Joseph, but his performance name, his musical name, one of the top reggae artists out of the Virgin Islands and performing reggae artist, musical artist in the wall. Krueshef, man, welcome to the Elite Podcast, man. Much love.
Yo. Bless up, my Mumba. Shalom. Yo, glad to be here, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir.
How you doing, man? How everything is?
Man, everything is good, man. I'm just saying blessed, you know what I'm saying? Glad to be on the podcast. Yo, haven't seen you in so long. This is unreal, I mean, I remember us from small, what I'm saying? In Frederickstead, running up and down, enjoying life, So, it's a blessing to be on here, but everything is good, man. Everything's great.
Yeah, man. Good to hear, man. Good to hear. Yeah, like you said, we go way back, man. Doing all kind of stuff. You guys in the boxing gym, we chasing chicken.
Yeah.
Around West. We looking to picking fruits. We doing all kind of stuff, man. So we go way back. They always say your childhood memories, is some of your best memories, and we definitely share a lot of great childhood memories that's gonna live on, for the rest of our life and stuff. That we definitely gonna share with our kids and family and stuff, man.
That's right, man. Hey,
man. So first, so right now, where do you reside?
Right now, I reside in Marietta, California.
Okay, Marietta, California. Is south or not?
Yeah, that's South California, a little south of LA, Los Angeles.
Okay, nice, man, nice. So how long you been out in California?
California, since 2015.
Okay, okay.
2015.
I was out there before. I was out there around 2000, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2010. I was in San Bernardino.
Nice,
Yeah,
nice,
yeah, yeah.
nice.
So yeah, so traveling up on playing baseball. So San Bernardino, Rancho Cucamonga, Lake Elsinore, High
Yeah,
Desert, so
yeah.
all them places and stuff. Up north as well to San Jose, Bakersfield, all them
Nice.
different Sacramento, so
That's cool,
yeah.
man. So you know the whole California life and everything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Northern and southern, man. They've been all up and down. San Diego,
What?
yeah, yeah. So
That's
yeah, man.
cool. That's
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I like it out there, man. California, nice, man. I like it out there.
yeah, man. Safe, man. Yeah, I like it too. I like it.
Yeah, man. So I mean, we definitely gonna get right into it, man. Krueshef, man.
Yes,
First of
sir.
all, you know, um, you know, we kind of talk about growing up and St. Croix on the west side and stuff, but kind of touch on your upbringing and I kind of touch on your parents and some of your siblings and stuff like that. How it was like growing up on the west side with some of your brothers and sisters.
Definitely. Well, let me see. Gosh, and so I can start a lot of places. So I'm gonna say, man. I mean, with my mom, my dad, grew up on Hospital Street, Frederickstead West. I mean that was it was a good life. You know what I'm saying? You know what? We grew up, I'd say, the perfect way. You know what I'm saying? And the reason why I say that is because we used to go outside. I used to walk around the street barefoot. You know what I'm saying? My mom ain't had a lot of money. So I grew up poor,
Yeah.
and life was rough. You know what I'm saying? But guess what? We still made it. We still have fun. We still had joy. We used to climb up, tree, get mango, go on the beach, eat bread and cheese, titty bread, everything. You know what I'm saying? I running down Cowa, running down Haas, everybody. And we played basketball up in Harrigan, come down to, to West Lagoon area, playing basketball. I mean, all over. So, the West life was the best life, I got to say that, it was a great, great upbringing. My dad, there was actually there's 7 of us, my sister, and then there's 6 boys. He had 6 boys, and all of us had did some form of boxing. And as you know, when my dad used to open up the gym, everybody used to come down, you know what I'm saying? From all projects to come down. And you yourself came down there to train and cheer my father, And that was my father was all about. He's about teaching and use them and giving them something to do something positive, And I love my father for that, man. He did a great job. I'm telling you, because, without my father's skills, I never would have made it to the U.S. Army, elite team. I was on the world-class athlete program. I never would have won the New York City Golden Gloves, the New York City State Gloves, the Colorado Golden Gloves. I never would have been able to get to the national championships and, become the alternate for USA Olympic team. Small VI Island, and I gone up in there and beat everybody in the USA. You check what I say?
Yeah.
And when my dad had we start boxing, we were boxing in a tantan tree, on the taman tree in La Grange. That's how we started. We ain't even had a gym. We had a gym. We just, he had the bag, he hooked it up to the house, and then we moved and went to La Grange, and then he put the boxing bag on the taman tree, and he just started walking with me from that point really hard, And I tell you, that's why I love my best skills, So, growing up in the West was good.
Yeah, man. Definitely big up to your father, man. Honestly,
Yes, sir.
Because I can remember going in the gym, man, and I was like, man, this is too hard, man. I remember I want to say like me, Neg Young, a lot of us from Oregon and stuff, being down there and stuff. Maybe my brother might have been with us too,
That's right.
I was like, man, I ain't trying to get hit in the face, man. It was strict and stuff, but as you get older, you become an adult and you got kids of your own, and you realize like, man, your father, man, it was blessed to definitely cross paths with your dad and all the different fighters and all the different kids that came across him. I know they definitely appreciate, what he did for them and the sacrifice he made, because it was a lot of discipline, accountability, and responsibility. That as a kid, you don't take serious, but as you get older and you look back in time, realize that, man, you grateful for those type of individuals that you cross paths with, because they kind of gave you the foundation, and then, you move along with it. Yeah, so definitely up to your father, man. Legendary, man, legendary.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. So what elementary school you went to?
Claro Marco.
Claro Marco, man.
Yo, big up all the Claro Marco classmates and everybody don't know.
So you grew up in a boxing household.
Yes.
Was that your dream to become a boxer? Was it naturally like, this is what I want to do, or you felt like you was a little bit, just kind of pushed into it?
I think honestly, I never actually liked boxing when I first started. I was like, because my dad said, "You gonna box or not?" I said, "Daddy, me want boxing," right? And he said, "But me care what you want is why you want no, so you gonna box." So that's how it was back then. And so what I mean. But the crazy thing, even though at first I didn't like boxing, right?
Yeah.
As I began to train, as I began to learn the skill, and when I had my first fight up by Centerline Bakery, and I stopped the boy in the first round, that day, I love boxing.
Hey, repeat that again. It was where?
At Centerline Bakery. Centerline Bakery. It was my dad, tough fellow, and a couple other legendary coaches that was up there at that time, man, Yeah. And I fought this guy. I think I was like 11 or 12 years old. And my son, I stopped the boy, my son, in the first round. I said, "Wow, I bad, man. I got some power and some speed,
Yeah, man. They always say, man, you don't know how good you is until you try, man,
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
Once you taste success, you just kind of, gravitate to it, and you just keep going, man.
Correct. Yeah,
so,
man.
Who was the best boxer out of your siblings? The most gifted, best boxer, you would say?
Man, that's the hard one, Mr. That's a hard one. Out of my siblings, I would say I really looked up to my older brother, Christian Joseph. Okay. I think he really kind of molded us to really kind of, really stick with it too, because I believe he went to the Olympics too, to represent the VI as well. And he became a professional too, and he actually won a belt too, So it was like, to me, he had all the skills. He's the first one, the oldest, and he had all the things that my dad had shown him when my dad was still kind of young, I probably wasn't born yet, but after I was born and I saw him fight, training and fighting, I was like, yo, I want to be like him, man. I gotta get like my big brother, I always looked up to him. So if anybody I would say to be the best, I would say it would either be Christian Joseph or the youngest one, Livingstone Joseph.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. So as you move on, going through elementary, junior high, high school, how were you still involved in a lot of boxing?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, my son, even though, going through like Claudio Marco, Arthur Richards, complex, I was still boxing all that time. I was still training, running every morning. My dad used to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then we used to go run, come back from running, bathe, and then go to school. And then come back from school, train, and then go run down Cowan House and do it all over again the next day.
Man, and that's amazing, being so disciplined, so young, being in such a strict schedule, a lot of, the great Mike Tyson, you probably heard this quote from Mike Tyson. He always say, discipline is doing something you hate to do, but you do it like you love it.
Yep. Facts.
And that's, like you said, facts.
Facts.
Facts, man. Facts.
I tell you, because it's hard work. It's really, it's something that you got to do when nobody, nobody else ain't gonna do what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be the best at it. And so you got to put in that extra work. You got to put in that hard work. You got to put in that sacrifice. And it's rough, but at the end of it, when you fight, it was worth it.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they always said training is the hardest part. They said when you actually fighting, or you know, if it's a different sport you're playing, the game is the easiest part.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Totally agree. Training definitely is the hardest part. You know, my father used to tell me, if you train hard, you'll fight easy. You know? And I said, what do you mean by that? You know? And I used to like, what? But then I said, okay, Daddy used to say, Clarence, go run up the hill in Lagrange. You see that big hill with a big castle?
That's a big hill.
Son,
that's a big hill, man.
I telling you.
That's a big hill.
Yo, the first time I run up that hill, I almost lose my breath. I feel like I was gonna pass out, right? but after I did it, the next thing you know, I started going up the hill twice a week. I started running up from bottom all the way to the top. From bottom all the way to the top. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But by me doing that, that made me so strong. Right? So when I went to go fight Puerto Rico, went to go fight St. Thomas, I used to whoop them boys, boy, all the time. So it was good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, that hill will put you in shape, man. That get your legs them strong. You know, make you last them late rounds, man. You know?
Yes.
That's the money rounds, like they always say.
Yeah.
You know. So who was your favorite boxer growing up? As you know, besides, besides your family, you know, or friends, you know, like, you know, seeing boxing on TV, who was some of the boxers you kind of looked at or was your favorite?
I got a few of them. My favorite boxer I used to look at was Jackie Robinson, old school.
Old school, okay.
Jackie Robinson, Muhammad Ali, and then for new school, it was Roy Jones, Mayweather. You know, I used to love them guys, man. Them guys to me just had a real tight style. And I think those two were my most favorite boxers.
Okay. I mean, those are legendary boxers.
Yes.
Boxers. So when did you graduate out of complex, or did you leave early?
Yes, I left early. Yep. I left early. I graduated from New York City High School, Washington Heights.
Okay.
Yeah, man. Cause my mom tricked me. You know, I was. I don't know if you remember, but when I was in complex, right, I had a little falling out with me and this dude. You know, back in his name was Early, right? But you know, blessings to Early. Now I'm a grown man. You're a grown man. I'm quite sure we live in our lives, right?
Yeah.
But when we were young, we won't fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think it was over music. And that's where the music is. All this time, I used to do music as well, you know, 'cause I love music too. Okay. And so, you know, I made a little diss about Early because he was dissing me and we are dissing back. And you know how I go. He ain't like the diss, but he dissed me first, so I diss him back. You know, so long story short, then all of a sudden my mother was like, hey, Clarence, you want to go up to New York City to help Auntie out? And I was like, yeah, sure, why not? You know, I said, by coming back, right? She said, yeah, man, coming back, don't worry. Right? So when I got to New York City, I was like, wow, this place is different, yo. Nobody don't say good morning. Nobody don't say nothing, go afternoon. They just rude. They just, you know what I'm saying? Like waving at people. People was like, what is crazy man waving at me for? You know? And then I was like culture shock, you know? But as I stayed there in New York City to finish up my high school years, I think it was like 10th grade or something like that. I think that's when I left. Yeah, okay. And that's when I finished up my high school in Washington Heights. But yeah, man, I wanted to come back, but my mother said, no, you're staying up in New York City. So I said, all right, no problem.
That's always tough, man, because, you know, you leave your comfort zone, you leave all your friends, you know.
Yes.
You know, so that's always tough. We had a question from one of the viewers. Did you ever be, you know, I know you just told a story where Otley, but was there any instances you had to, you know, defend yourself, use and your boxing skills kind of help to defend yourself coming up in school?
Oh yeah, definitely. Going back to Otley again, you know. Yeah. I guess he figured he wanted to fight me, and so he had to learn the hard way. So when he pulled my shot, you know what I'm saying? I tell you, if you touch me, I gonna box you. You know what I mean? He pulled my job. When he pulled my job, his son, I hit him about 3 jab. Bam, bam, bam. Right hand. And my boy fall off the bleachers, Ras. I said, dang, but I went to go ahead and drive another one because I was upset and I was young. I shouldn't have do it. But, when you're young, it's all about, hey, you know something? Somebody want to fight? We're going to fight, my son. And so I went down the bus and next job, but my friend, Michael Stanley, he stopped me from hitting him. So the boxing definitely helped me a lot, especially for fighting. Because then the next couple of weeks, Lee Raz come back again. He want to go fight me again with a battle this time. So I made him drop the battle and I put some more licks in his ass. And then the next week after that, he come back again with Lee and some other friend, So this time he had 2 and it was only me. I said, come, we're gonna fight. He had another battle again anyway. I made him drop the battle again. We fight. I fighting he hitting it some body shot, and then somebody kick my ass in the back, right? And I fly off of him. And then I say, you know something? I gonna beat 2 of your mother, bleep, whoever it is, right? And after, as soon as I said that, VLA hold me by the neck. I said, no, you ain't. Get your ass inside this office right now. I said, okay.
You know, that's one thing we learn as kids, man. We don't even say try and mess with no boxers. Stay away from the boxers. That's one thing we learn as kids, man. Trust me.
Man. Man. I definitely use the boxing skills a few times, So
you mentioned you was you was doing the music as well in high school. How was that? So you was doing boxing, you was doing music. Did you start we call it like chanting? You was already chanting, or you was more just heavy and listening to music, or were you writing music and chanting, or it was just freestyles?
Man, I was writing music and chanting since 7th grade. But since Arthur A. Richards, my son, me and Chino. You remember Chino, right?
Yeah, Chino. Yeah,
Mr. Wicked.
Chino, man. So, Mr. Wicked.
Yeah. Hey,
big up Chino.
This is a fun fact. Chino was the one who actually helped me develop my style.
Wow.
To do music,
Hey, it's funny you said that, because you saying that. No, I could hear it.
I tell you.
Yeah, you're right.
Chino was the one that actually helped me, because when we was back in 7th grade, we made a bet, right? The man said, you can't sound like Bounty Killer. I said, okay, I bet you $20, I bet you I can sound like Bounty Killer. That man said, whatever, okay, let's do it. So we in the classroom, teacher, everybody did it, right? My son, I start chanting, And then when the man hear my voice, the man said, wow, you sound like Bounty for real.
Yeah.
So from that point on, I just kind of stick with the music, but just kind of doing little, lunch room chanting with me and my boy Michael. So Michael used to rap back then, and we used to just chant, and then we used to battle with somebody. I think his name was Popo in Complex. I don't know if you remember that name. Somebody called Popo.
Popo. That name sound familiar.
Yeah, he's another chanter too, So I used to have big war with Popo, and Popo used to try, but I used to kill him. But it was fun. So
now you transition to New York, and you kind of touched on, you wave it to people, it's good morning, nobody respond and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. How was it adjusting to that type of lifestyle? Because New York is very fast. It's totally different than St. Croix, growing up on the island. So how was that transition like?
It was definitely hard for me for a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Because I used to get upset when people then used to say good morning back to me or stuff, because in my culture, that's what people do, And I used to be like, and then I used to, think about it. My mom be like, no, don't worry. They just don't do this in New York City, And I just be like, but that's rude, man. It was kind of rough for me to understand that, not everybody got to say good morning to you. They don't have to say that they don't want to say it, And I was like, and then some people just say hi. That's their good morning, And so when I started realizing that, becoming more mature, it got better as I went on. You know what I'm saying? But I still kept my humility and try to be respectful as much as I can. What I learned from St. Croix, you know.
Yeah. How about in school? You know, how was that transition coming from a complex and then, you know, doing education up in the States in New York? How was that like?
Man, you know, honestly, St. Croix schoolwork was harder than New York City schoolwork, hands down. I tell you. Yep, I'm telling you. When I went to New York City, I was like, man, this is easy, man. You know, this is hard. It's supposed to be high school, okay, but this is easy. You know,
Yeah,
I end up passing on a roll. You know, from Washington Heights. You know what I'm saying? So it was just, to me, St. Croix education really helped me understand a lot. So when I came to New York City, it was an easy transition for me as far as in school, doing the school work and stuff. As far as now with the kids, fight, man, I got into a fight. Yes, I got into a fight too, you know,
oh, wow.
in New York City. And that's only because the way I was raised, you know what I'm saying? We were in the lunchroom table and this guy felt the need to put his hand in my food. So, you know, when he put his hand in my food, down there, you don't do stuff like that back then. You know what I'm saying?
No,
so
you can't be doing stuff like that.
Exactly. So when he do that, besides we were fighting, Mr. I put some links in it, you know. So and then my mother was like, "You need to stop. You can't be hitting people," you know. And I said, "You're right, ma. You're right, ma. I'm just, you know. But ma, you do this. You ain't supposed to do that, you know." And my mother's like, you know. Probably that's how them Americans, some of the Americans, they play. Sometimes that's how they act, you know. And I was like, I understand that, but down there, where me from my upbringing, it wasn't just like a blowover. You know what I'm saying? For me, because I felt like you don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't put my hand in your food, so why would you want to do that to me? You know? So yeah, but I learned a lot as I got older and you know, more mature. So I said, okay, I gonna calm down. I gonna calm down.
Yeah.
But and then after that, I ain't really had no more fight.
Well, oh, that's good, man. That's good.
Yeah, man.
So, did you continue boxing up in New York, and how about as well as how was the music going? You know, because New York City is the mecca of music. So,
yo, I'm telling you, yeah, I was still doing my music. I was still boxing. You know, in New York City, that's what I won. I won like 4 tournaments. I won the Junior Metro tournament. That's like another boxing association. I won that. I won the Metros tournament. And then I won the New York City Golden Gloves. And I won the New York City State. So I won everything in New York City when I was up there, man, representing VI. And I tell you, it was the best. It was the best thing, you know what I'm saying? Because and then, you know, transitioning into the music, I actually almost had a contract with I think it was called Island Rough Riders with DMX and stuff like that, you know, back in the days.
Yeah.
And so that was cool, you know, because I even went to like P. Diddy studio downtown someplace, you know, and recorded like some track called a Hot Y'all Masterpiece. And it was good experience, you know what I'm saying? But I never really signed a contract because I felt like it wasn't right for me at the time. It was, to me, it had perpetuity in there, and anytime perpetuity is in something, that means forever. And I want to be tied to no man forever, you know?
Yeah, that's true. You know, they always talk about, you know, music deals, record contracts, and some of the, you know, they compare it to like, you know, slavery type stuff.
Yep.
You know, just the way how the contract is set up, man. So, you know, you was very, you know, very smart not to sign one of them.
Yeah, I say, good, man, I good. I say, if I just don't do this on my own, you know? And I love the music, and I was doing it while I was running, while I was training. I used to sing music. Some of the American boxers used to be like, wow, man, yo, you sound good, man. You should be doing music. And I'd be like, yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? But I love boxing too, so I do both of them, you know? It don't really mess up one or another, you know? And so it was good. It was good.
So when did it transition where you was like, when was the moment that you was like, you know, boxing, that's enough, music, that's where I'm going now?
Okay, now I want to say about 3 years ago, well, because I hurt my leg and my back a couple years ago, right? being in the military, you know, and I just never said nothing to nobody. I hurt my leg right before the Olympics, and you know, I was still, you know, still fighting with my hurt leg, and nobody knew I had a hurt leg, and I hurt back, and I was still winning, and I made it all the way to the Olympics. You know what I'm saying? That alternate on the Olympic USA team, and I kept on training, fighting, you know, trying to get my boxing career off going, you know. Had some contracts came to me, but the contracts wasn't good, you know what I'm saying, as far as what they were trying to offer me. I felt like, to me, it was almost disrespectful being from the islands back then, versus an American who would get a contract. You know, them guys would offer them guys 250,000, possibly 50,000, probably more, houses and things like that. And that's so. For me, them guys, even though I beat everybody in the USA, they didn't want to offer me any signing bonus. It was more, again, perpetuity. They wanted stuff from me. Even if I did music, they wanted to get paid. If I did my boxing, they wanted to get paid. So anything that I do, it was all in a contract that they want to get paid off of that. And I was like, y'all must be thinking I'm from the islands and I stupid or something. But you're crazy. I say, you know something? I good, you know? So going through all that, you know, I've been boxing on my own. You know, I got about, as an amateur, I had over about 200 something bouts as an amateur. And I won almost every competition, you know, that I've won some sort of a medal to represent the Virgin Islands, you know. And I mean, I had an extensive year. I won, you know, silver at the pre-Pan American Games, you know. I won the ABC Boxing Classic. There's so much, you know, Colorado, Golden Gloves, state, regionals, nationals, everything. That man even made me a little Army poster card, you know. And I mean, I was that good. And then I turned pro. And then I had 4 fights. I had 4 wins, 2 KOs, no losses as a professional. But then as I began trying to get more fights, nobody didn't want to fight me. And then for me, that was messed up, because every time I would try to get a fight, somebody, they looked me up, they see who I was, they pulled out the fight. They looked me up, they see who I was, they pulled out the fight. And that constantly went on for years, you know, and that was a rough road. And so not fighting for like a couple of years, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna retire. You know, I'm gonna retire from boxing. And that was about, like I said, about 3 years ago, I just retired, you know. Even though I had a hurt leg, even though I had a hurt back, I decided, you know something, I done with the boxing, you know. And I stopped for about 2 years. I didn't do anything with boxing, just stopped, you know. And then just recently, I started back trying to train back again, trying to get back into it, you know. I'm 40 years old, you know. I don't.
You look 35, man. You look 35.
Yeah. Thanks, man. Thanks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. You know. Yeah, so right now it's like I feel like I still got some fight in me, because I really haven't fought, because people kept running from me. You know.
I got you. Yeah.
And I feel like, you know what, I'm gonna train. You know, see what God do. You know, if I can get back in shape, I can spar. You know, so I see how I'm looking in the ring, and if I look good, I'll fight whoever is out there, you know? Yeah. And so I think that's my goal. But at the same time, the music thing now is kicking off, you know? I really got serious with the music back in like 2015. That's when I really started getting serious, you know? And really just, you know, I released The Great I Am. Then I released No Response. Then I released We Rise Up EP. You know, and there's a couple hit tracks on there, man. Then I released Vibes, and then God Woman on December 3rd, you know? And now I have a booking agent / like manager / advisor, and I have a team with them guys kind of helping me grow and build me up, you know? And so I tell you that it's definitely a blessing from God that I'm able to, you know, still be here and still doing this.
That's good, man. Definitely a blessing from God. So you mentioned that you was in the military, correct?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. What if hopefully I'm asking this question correctly, like you call it like branches, right? The Army, Navy, Marines.
Yep. The U.S. Army.
Yeah. Are you in the U.S.?
Yep. So I was in the U.S. Army I was a aviation operations specialist slash boxer. I joined what is called the World Class Athlete Program, WCAP. And my coach,
Okay.
Bashir Abdullah, back then, he was a head coach for the USA Olympic team multiple times. And so I had the best coach along with my dad, you know what I'm saying, in my corner back then.
How was the experience like in the U.S. Army? How was that experience?
You know, the U.S. Army definitely made me a man. You know what I'm saying? Like made me think how to be a man, how to be responsible, how to have integrity, honor, respect. You know, it really did show me how to be a soldier and at the same time a good civilian. You know, so I definitely learned a lot from the U.S. Army, and you know all that stuff also as well. I saw that my mother and my dad instilled in me, helped me got through the U.S. Army. You know, so it was really good. It opened up a lot of things for me as far as like boxing, you know, music, going to different parts of the USA. You know, so it was definitely a good experience.
That's awesome, man. That's good, man.
Yes, sir.
It definitely helps when you know you was raised up, you know, with a lot of discipline and you know and was held accountable. You know, it kind of helps you when you get in those type of situations, you know, like the Army or even the Navy or different tough situations. It definitely helps you.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So you said about 3 years ago you kind of eased off in the boxing.
Yes.
Now, how was that process like going into music, making a first album? You know, your writing process, you know, your recording process. How did all of that come about?
Well, since I was young in Arthur Richards, when I was in 7th grade, I already had experience like writing tune and writing all my songs in the books, you know. And I just used to just write music, and a lot of people ain't really used to know, but I used to write a lot of music and just put it away, you know. And one song, I don't know if probably the St. Croix VI woman never remember it, but I sing the song St. Croix Gals back in Complex when they had a little talent show. It was me and Heartless. And I think it was a Caribbean Star. They used to have it back then. I can't remember.
Yeah, okay,
but
I know you're talking about, yeah.
It was a good competition. Me and Heartless went toe to toe, right? And Heartless beat me. He beat me in that competition because I said the word ass in my song. And that's the only reason why he win. And you know it's true. But it was a good competition. But I had the experience going back. I had the experience writing and doing that stuff already. So once I kind of let go of the boxing, I just kind of had more time to really focus on my writing and my music, you know. And during those 3 years, that's when I dropped We Rise Up EP, Vibes, and God Woman. And you know, if you listen when you get a chance to hear these songs, you'll see what I'm saying. You know, the songs it's real and they're good and they're uplifting. You know what I'm saying? Teaching somebody can learn something from it.
You know, and that's the most important thing about music, being able to reach someone where they could use your lyrics, you know, to help them, you know, get through any type of circumstances they're dealing with in life. You know,
definitely.
So now, how do you write and then get the beat, or you hear the beat? Like, how was your beat selection process? Like, how you go about that?
Okay, so as far as like my music creativity goes, what I do is I used to write before I got the beat when I was young in my younger days. But now, as I'm an older man, I just listen to the beat. And so when I hear the beat first, if me and the beat don't connect, then I can't write to it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not even gonna waste my time. But if I hear the beat and I say, I could connect with this beat, I like this beat, then from that point, you know, I just start making songs and, you know, and then once I get that sound, I kind of get that flow going in my head. I already got a beat, I already got a flow in my head, and then I start writing all my songs down. So now my creative process is listening to the beats and then developing my songs.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
When recording in the studio, when you're recording in the studio, how is that? How is that? How you like the environment to be? You know, a lot of people like it to be different. Like how you like your setting to be?
My setting, you know what I'm saying, is pretty much, me and my friends in the studio, sipping a little Hennessy just to get me a little going, and I sip and I just, cool vibes, chill vibes, you know.
Yeah.
And once I get in there, I get inside focus, tunnel mode. Hey, that's what it's all about. Is fire coming out. A good thing, So I just bring it.
Yeah, yeah. Who was? I'm gonna rewind back. Growing
Yeah,
up,
man.
who was some of your favorite reggae artists growing up?
Some of my favorite artists is, let's say, you know something? I I know I'm gonna go with who from St. Croix first. I used to like
Yeah,
Chino. I used to like Neg. You know what I'm saying? Because those who I grew up with, them I used to do music. I used to like that man too. I felt that man was fire. You know what I'm saying? I used to like Heartless. I used to like Psyche. I used to like
yeah,
all them man. And also yes, I think those four for me was the major. As far as the rap side, of course, it was Rock City. And them man, you know what I'm saying? Because that man was tough too,
yeah. Tough,
I
yeah.
like that man too. But as far as when it goes to now in the industry, Bounty Killer, Merciless, Beanie Man, I think
Yeah.
those are like the main heavy hitters for me.
You mentioned Merciless, and you was featured on a track with Merciless. How was that? Was that the first time featured on a track with Merciless?
Yes, that was actually, yeah, that was the first time featuring a track with Merciless, man. And may he rest in peace, blessings to his family,
Yeah,
That was my first time, that man called me up and they was like, yo, Merciless, passed away and he never get to finish this track, you
yeah,
know? So that man say, hey, would you mind doing a chorus and I'm saying, writing a verse to it? And I say, yeah, man, for sure. You know what I'm saying? I say, I love Merciless, So I would definitely do it, And that's the reason why I wrote that track called Sad News. It's a Hitman Wally. He's the main artist on the track, featuring Krueshef and Merciless. So that was cool. Real good experience. It felt awesome to be in a track with one of my, icons or idols from young. So it was an awesome experience.
yeah, man. That had to been man. That had to been a great feeling for real, man.
Yeah, yeah,
being
man.
it, yeah, man. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Cool,
So
cool.
who is some of the current artists? Before I get to that question, have you
Mhm.
worked with any Virgin VI artists or Caribbean artists lately?
No, not yet, but I would love to.
Have have you been able to perform back in the Virgin Islands yet?
Nope, not yet, but I would love to.
Yeah,
I've been reaching out, been trying to reach out to the radio stations, been trying to reach out to, the newspapers, you know what I'm saying? But I just haven't had the opportunity yet. But I would love for the opportunity to arise, and I would love to do it.
yeah, man. Definitely, man. We definitely looking forward to see that, man. Once you continue on your grind and you continue to stay focused, man. Definitely, man. That'd be lovely.
Yes,
Definitely
sir.
work with some of the different recording artists from the VI.
Yes.
So with your date, because I listen to a lot of artists, talk about music and stuff. How with your day-to-day living, are you the type of artist where a lyric come to the mind and you got to write it down or type it in your phone to remember? Are you that type of artist, or you more like, when you in the environment, the setting environment, that's when you start doing your thing?
For me, you know, I usually get inspired by a lot of different things, and sometimes you might hear something, or I might have a dream sometime, and I have a whole new song in my dream, and
Yeah.
I would write it down and either just record just the melody or the flow of it from what I hear on my phone or something, just to keep a record of it. You know what I'm saying? But most of my developing a song of inspirations, they really come from hearing the rhythm. really come from here in the dancehall beat.
Okay. Do you have any mentors in the industry?
Mentors. Let's see. Right now, I got one guy. His name is Lloyd Ling. He's a reggaeologist, reggaeologist from Jamaica. And the guy, I mean, this guy is very intelligent man. Been in the music game for over plus 40 years. You know, have a PR person named Raquel. She's been in the game for over 40 years as well. Booking agent, Don Hines, he's been in the game for over 40 years as well. So, you know, I get all the different mentorship from them guys as far as like, you know, what to do when to drop the track, how we're going to do it and so forth. And it really been helping me these past couple of years.
Are you currently signed with a record company, or are you independent?
I am independent. I decided I'm gonna stay independent. I created my own label. It's called Krueshef Music, Groove Master Records. And so I have my own record company. I have my own publishing. So I'm all the way straight independent. Eventually, you know, in the future, if they may just come with something, you know, it got to be right. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, if I'm doing this on my own and I'm making waves, and to me, business-wise, it won't make sense. So it would have to make sense.
That's true. Yeah, it definitely will have to make sense. So recently, I saw you was on the red carpet to an event.
Yes.
Yes. How was that experience like, being on the red carpet? You know, being interviewed on the red carpet and everything, man. Because that's not an everyday lifestyle. That's totally different. You know. So how was that? How was that experience like? You know.
You know, that experience was really, really great, man. You know, I mean, that was like my first time being on the red carpet, you know, and I mean, that was awesome. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, check, shing, you know, another thing off my list that I always wanted to do, you know. So that was really cool. And the lady, I can't remember her name, but she was really a good interviewer, you know, and then she had me bust a little chant for them, you know. And I said, sure, you want to hear a little bit? No problem. Bam, there you go. You know, and they loved it. So it was good.
You know, and that's that fans love that, you know. Fans love where, you know, you on the spot, you know, you spot on, you're out of your comfort zone, and you're willing to do anything to, you know, to give them a moment, you know, that they'll always remember for the rest of their life, man. You know, so definitely, man, that's love. So
definitely.
Before you moved to California, you were in Colorado Springs, correct?
That's correct. Yep.
Yeah. How was that? Did you move from New York to Colorado Springs, or did you go somewhere first before Colorado Springs?
So I was in New York City at first, right? And then when I joined the Army actually sent me down to Fort Rucker, Alabama. So I did spent a little time in Fort Rucker, Alabama for my school and my training in the U.S. Army. And then from there, I went to Kentucky, which was Clarksville, Kentucky, you know, and that was cool, 101st Division. Yeah, that was cool. And I went there for a little bit, and I performed in a couple clubs out there with my music, and they loved it, man, you know. And then from there, I joined the World Class Athlete Program team and went to Colorado Springs, Colorado. And that's when the boxing really was at the highest, you know, because I got to train with the Olympians, and I actually got ranked in the USA as number 2, and I actually got paid as an amateur. So that was good.
Oh, that's good, man. That's good.
Yes, sir.
What years was that during Colorado Springs? During what time was that?
That was between, I want to say, 2002 to 2005. Because that's when I came out of the Army. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I when I was playing baseball, we played in Colorado Springs, and that was after you left, though. That was around 2011, 2010. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Yeah. Yes. I was in Oklahoma in 2011, 2010 too, because I went to another state to try to, you know, see if I can get some fights. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And to get my boxing career going with another coach, and that was cool experience. But then again, nobody really didn't want to fight me. I fought this guy. I had to fight a guy. He was 4-0, you know. And they said, "Oh no, you shouldn't fight him." I said, "No, I'm gonna fight him." I said, "It's cool." They said, "But he's 4-0. You know, they're gonna rob you." I said, "No, it's all right. Don't worry about that." I fought a lot of guys. This guy, he ain't nothing. Don't worry about it. So
Yeah.
so so when I went to go fight, the man said, you know, and they're like, you know, and that fight, I had the flu. I was kind of sick actually when I went to go fight him, and I still knocked him down in the third round and still won.
That's still
So
one.
and still won the fight. Yeah. So it was, to me, it was like, yeah, man. You know, I was ready to go, man. I was hoping I had more fights, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
Yeah, man. It's a grind, man. That sport, man, is a grind. Is a
That's
grind.
right.
Yeah. We have a question here from one of the viewers. Why did you join the army and not go to college?
Good question.
Good question, yeah.
I joined the army because for me it was like I want to take care of myself, you know, and I didn't feel like just going to college right away, you know. And even though I know my teachers and everybody told me, it's like, no, go to college, you know, because I wasn't an honor roll and they wanted me to continue my education. They was like, no, don't do the boxing, no, you know. But boxing is something I love, so I couldn't just not do it, you know. So what I did was I said, all right, I'm gonna go to the army, and in the army, then I'll go ahead and continue my education while I'm in the army. So that way I have a little more money. I have a little more stability. You check what I'm saying? And so from that point,
Yeah.
you know, when I joined the army, it kind of helped me to obtain that money to go back to school, which now I have a master's degree in cybersecurity, specialized in ethical hacking.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Yes, I.
That's nice, nice, nice. That's a good degree right there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So I was reading that you work with some, you know, you have worked with some artists, and if you know, and hopefully what I read is accurate, but they said you work with Jason Derulo.
Well, yes, I performed at
Okay.
in Colorado Springs at the Thirsty Pirate. I opened up for Jason Derulo. Yes, I did with the 96.1 radio station there in Colorado Springs,
All
Colorado.
right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep,
So the Jason was what about Bobby Brackens?
yep. Bobby Brackett as well. We there. I had a show at the club in Colorado Springs, and I opened up for Bobby Brackett as well. Yep.
Okay, nice, man. So how was that your first time opening for some you know, more high profile musical artists?
Yes, that was my first time opening for them guys. You know, it's like 'cause when Colorado Springs started to hear my music, because you know what I did was back in Colorado Springs, because I had no dance hall beats, I would rap and hip hop beats. You check what I'm saying? So I
Okay.
started
Yeah.
rapping slash doing dancehall flavor, you know, and they loved it. Them I loved it.
Yeah.
So they
Yeah.
was like, yo, back then used to call me split personality. So there's like, yo, split, yo, this stuff is tight, man, you know? And so I used to go ahead and work with the radio station 96.1 the beat. So when they got in contact with me, and I was working with them and they was working with me, they put me onto those shows, you know? So it was a good experience. And I was working with a producer named Lucky C out there in the Sea Springs. Yep.
Man, that's, you know, you was ahead of the game.
Yeah,
You was
man.
no, because you was, you know, reggae and more R&B hip hop beats. Because during that time, it wasn't. If I want to say like accurate too. During that time, it wasn't that popular like how it is popular like now today. A few years, you know, back, you know, like how a lot of reggae artists using R&B beats or using rap beats or kind of mix between the two. You know, having a more
That's right.
up tempo type. You know, yeah. So that's what I was saying. You was kind of ahead of the game. You know.
Definitely,
So,
definitely.
but how was so? You know, when you got the call. Yeah. So when you got the call and you know you got the opportunity to open up for those artists, like what was like your mindset? Like what was your preparation? You know, like how you get your mind right to get ready? Was you nervous? Were you excited? You know, did you have butterflies? You know, were you second guessing yourself? Was it a lot of emotions coming like, you know, like how was it like?
Man, I was nervous as hell. I ain't even gonna front. I was nervous, because I was like, dang, if I get on there, they don't like me. You know what I mean? So, I started to get nervous about it. But at the same time, I started just praying, man, and just asking God to give me, take away the anxiety, take away the nervousness, and as I did it, I was like, yo, this is what I was born to do, man. I love music, and the
Yeah.
nervousness went away. All the butterflies, everything went away. So it was like, yeah, I love this. This is what I like to do.
Man, you know, I, I, I remember I asked you a question earlier about some of the artists, and you mentioned Neg and Chino,
Yeah, man.
and I started laughing because I forget Neg used to chant, all of us
Yeah,
used to
you said
kind of
that.
chant, but yeah, but you guys was way more advanced, man, and me being an athlete, a former athlete, I love music and I really like admire musicians, man, because to take the time out to really like write and structure your music and stuff. I know you have help with like a lot of different people and stuff like that, but just to get
Yeah.
your mind in that headspace to write music, and stuff, man, it's amazing, man. So you saying that how nervous you was and stuff, man, but all the hard work paid off, man, to get an opportunity. If
Yes.
you just grinding and grinding and grinding, you
That's
know.
it, man. Work never stop. I tell him I put in the work. I mean, and
Yeah,
it's something.
work
I
never
hope
stop.
I hope the youths them can understand that. I'm saying? Like, hey, don't stop. Always work out on your dreams. I'm saying? Reach for them. Even if you didn't make it, right? At least you tried and you did something you love trying. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And I think that's the key.
yeah, it's true. It's true. You're right about that. You're definitely right. Is there any artists you would like to work with that you haven't worked with before?
Let's see. From St. Croix.
Yeah, we go St. Croix and then we go abroad. Abroad. Just some,
Okay.
some artists that catches your eye. You be like, man, I like to work with a singer or like to work with a rapper.
Definitely. Well, I definitely want to work with Mr. Wicked, Chino Killer. I definitely got to drop a tune with my boy. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, I dig his music. I like his style. I think it's unique and it's different, and I love it. And the music is fire. I love to work with Kenya Eugene.
Yeah,
I think she's one of like the best singers. You know what I'm saying? I love her style too. I would love to work with Maya Vivian. No, she bad too. You know what I'm saying? I just kind of like been looking up at her music and her rapping. And I was like, wow, this girl's bad, man. So I would like to
yeah,
work with Maya Vivian. I also like to work with Rock City and them guys. I would definitely love to do some type of a rap, dance, all kind of mixture with them, man. So I
yeah.
definitely like to work with them guys.
That'd be a good combination, to be honest with you. That'd be
Yeah,
nice.
man.
That would definitely be nice, man. You know.
For sure, for sure.
So so how you go about picking your album title and the artistry of the album, like how that goes about?
Man, well, I kind of think about what the title is and what kind of, I want to say, goal that I want to achieve, that I want the people to receive, once I lay it out there. You know what I'm saying? Um,
Yeah,
for example, I give you an example. I just released God Woman, and people say, oh, God Woman. Some people, might feel a certain type of way because I titled it God Woman, but they don't really understand. If they read their Bibles, then they'll know what I mean. So God Woman, the reason why I say God Woman, because in Genesis, back in Sarah, they used to call her God Sarah, but it's a lowercase g God. You see what I'm saying? And so for the man, the same thing. It was El Abraham,
yeah,
El Sarah. So it was God man, God woman. So knowing who you are, knowing that you came out of the image and the likeness from God, you are a God. You see what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I call it God
yeah.
woman, because I wanted the woman them to understand themselves that they are beautiful, they are God creation. Be who you are, and understand that you are one of a kind. You know what I'm saying? And that's why reason why I titled that God Woman.
How was the process writing that? Did it come easy? Was it, or was it kind of like you really had to really dig deep, just because, like you just explained, God woman, Sarah, Abraham, coming from the Bible, like, did you really have to like dig deep so you could really get that message out for the audience to really understand?
Yeah, I wanted, from what I see, because in this generation, it was just so much things I was seeing that I didn't really like too much, and I said, man, these ladies, these females just have to know who they are. You know what I'm saying? They just have to know that they're worth it. They have to know that they're valuable. They're not just nothing. You know what I mean? And I started seeing the whole dance. I call it dance hall WWE. When they just that man wrestling and doing all kind of craziness. To me it's like that's mad. Some people actually died from those things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so just bringing all that stuff what I'm seeing and saying, you know what? Let me put it in a way where these ladies can know that, hey, you could dance, you could have a good time, you could be a virtuous woman, you could be beautiful, you could be sexy, and you could do it the right way. You check what I'm saying? And just kind of showing them like, yo, it's better to be on the positive spectrum than the negative,
That is true. That, is, man, we was talking before we went live, I definitely got to listen to God Woman, because just the other day, I was driving and I was thinking, and it was kind of along the lines you talk about with women and stuff like that, like how society is now. Because I was thinking like, man, like it's crazy, like how society is now, with social media and how females is conducting themselves, because I have a daughter, so I was like, man, like it's really tough to be raising daughters these days when you see what you're seeing on the internet and you're seeing on social media and you're seeing out in public, it's a lot more loose, and there is no type of, not everybody, but you're seeing the negative, and it's a lot, is no type of foundation and structure and and like self-respect. You see a lot of lack of respect, where it invites a lot of predators to kind of be more aggressive with women and don't respect them and treat them a certain way, where young kids is starting to grow up and thinking this is the right way you treat a woman, or this is the right way you view a woman,
Correct. So, correct.
Yeah, man. Yes, I was thinking that just the other day, and you explaining that it's kind of funny.
Yeah, man. It's like, it's like the song Vibes. You know what I mean? When I released that song Vibes, just kind of say, hey, just, you gotta feel the vibe of the woman. You gotta respect the woman, most importantly. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's really what a lot of men just kind of lost too. They stop respecting their woman. They start understanding that these women are queens. So it's like, where has that gone? And I think me just trying to shed the light that, hey, these women are from God, they're God creation. These women are beautiful. Respect them, and then also respect yourself. So if you show them respect, they'll vibe with you. You know what I'm saying? And if they don't. It's all right. You can't get vexed. You can't get mad because she ain't like you. Just move on.
Yeah, no, it's true, man. It's true. These days it's hard for people to move on, man. The ego take control.
Yeah.
Who are some of your biggest? Before I get to that question, who do you run it by anyone when you create a song and you sing it? Who is like the first person to hear it? To kind of see the direction, or for you to get feedback. Like, who is someone that you trust to give you the right feedback on the song, if it's good or not good?
Definitely. I try to run it by my brothers. My big brother, Christian Lloyd Joseph, he's like my hardest critic. So, he quickly tell me like, nah, that's whack, man. Do the scratch that, you know what I'm saying? Or my other brother, Austin Joseph, And a couple of my friends, you know what I mean? Like one of my Jamaican friends, Malcolm, Hopeton Malcolm, you know what I'm saying? I run it by him too, you know, but these guys are real, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes I just need real people to tell me real things, you know? And I think that's who I really kind of run it by them. If I get the okay from all of them and they say, yeah, man, I like this is fire. Yeah, fire. I say, okay, I'm gonna release it.
Nice. How about your immediate family, like your kids and stuff? You know, the wife. Like, how about, are they your toughest critics?
Well, I can say I'll say yes too. They definitely is my toughest critic.
You gotta be careful answering that question. You gotta be
correct. So I would definitely say yes. They are definitely one of my toughest critics too, as well. You know, so I definitely take what they say as well into consideration for sure. You know, what I do sometimes, I just get the song, I play it, and if I see them moving with it, and they say, "Oh, Daddy, you do this one," I'm like, "Yeah." And I say, "You like it?" He's like, "Yeah, I like it." That's my 6-year-old. I said, okay, my 6-year-old like it. They're good.
Yeah, that's lovely, man. That's lovely.
Yeah, man.
You know, with your upbringing and where you come from, you know, and your journey through life, when you write your music, do you get like writer's block? You be like, no, I can't say that. No, I don't want to say that. You know, I don't want it to come out that way. Or I have kids, so I can't really say this. You know, how does that work for you?
Yeah, definitely. You know, for me, sometimes I have to guard my mouth. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the Holy Spirit, you know, the set apart spirit. In Hebrew, it's called the Ruach HaKodesh, you know, because I studied in Hebrew. But that's really what kind of keep me in check and guarding my mouth a little bit, you know, because in a lot of the dancehall songs today, if we really listen to a lot of them, they got a lot of things that, you know, I'm not criticizing any artists, but just saying everybody's talking about body or this or that or whatever, you know, and they go into very much detail. And so for me, it's like, you don't got to go into them type of detail like that. Some things are good for the bedroom and some things are good for privacy. You check what I'm saying? But you can say it in a way where you don't have to go too explicit, because like you said, we do have children. And you know, you have a girl child and you have a boy child, you know what I mean? And both of them got to hear that. Then you feel uncomfortable playing your music around them. You know what I mean? So that's what kind of helped me kind of guard my lyrics too as well.
Have you, besides the US, have you performed anywhere else yet? You know, because I know you're still growing as a musical artist, but have you performed outside of the US, any countries?
Definitely, yes. I actually performed in Jamaica on TV Jamaica. I did a little TV interview, and we performed. It was a Great I Am. Me and my friend named Angelo Smith. They call him Hebrew, artist Hebrew. And so we both went down there to Kingston, Jamaica, and performed Great I Am inside the TV studio station.
Well, you know, Jamaica is pretty much the reggae capital of the universe. You know, how was that experience like travel? Was that your first time traveling to Jamaica? And how was that experience like, you know, performing in Jamaica where reggae music is king, you know?
Yes, that was definitely my first time going down to Jamaica. And I think that was, to me, like the opening door that I have to go to, you know, because reggae, Kingston, Jamaica, that's where, you know, Bob Marley, you know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the roots, you know? So I had to touch down in the place where the roots were you know, defined and born, you know? So I had to get there and get that vibe. And then, like, okay, now I could go ahead and go to the world, you know what I'm saying, with it, to show them like I'm a serious artist, you know? And so in 2015, that's when I made that decision.
How was the reception? How was the love, you know, from Jamaica?
Oh man, yo, the love for Jamaica was great, man. Yo, I got some good friends from Jamaica right now, you know. So me and the Jamaicans, them, you know, we cool. You know what I'm saying? They're just like we, you know. It's just they're Jamaican and we Krueshans, you know. And they grew up almost the same way like we, some harder than others, you know. But it was a good vibe, a good experience for them, man.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. We definitely, hopefully, you know, the Virgin Islands could get you there, man, so you could perform in the VI as well, too, man.
Definitely,
you know,
man. Definitely.
Yeah, man. That has to happen, man. So hopefully
it will happen.
Yeah. You know, so
Yeah.
Viewers out there, man, if you guys listening and everybody in the playback, man, make sure you guys start spreading the word, man, to get Krueshef. You know, we gotta get Krueshef for the next carnival as well, too, man. He got to touch
Yes.
that stage, you know, especially for the whole country. You know,
That's
so
right.
definitely.
And you know, I working with Senator Javon James as well. You know,
Okay,
so
Javon, yeah.
yep, Senator Javon James gonna be helping me out, trying to get some connections here and trying to get me going too down in the VI. So you know, it's in the works. It's coming.
Yeah. Because you have been a model citizen, and you have definitely represented, you know, the Virgin Islands, man, St. Croix, St. Thomas, St. John, you know, all the whole Caribbean and stuff, with not just music, but also with the boxing and, you know, everything, man. So definitely we love to get that going. Is anybody in your family trying to get into music too, or had a try to? You know, do your kids want to be a singer, or, you know, a reggae artist, or anything?
my daughters, they can sing, but they kind of still shy, you know.
Yeah.
So they be like, I don't know, Dad. I don't know about this. I don't know how you could go on stage and just perform in front of people, you know. And I'm like, you know, I just, you know, yeah, you're gonna be nervous at first, but once you do your first show, that's it, you know. So my daughter, she's like 12 years old. She can sing. I have another daughter. She's 18. She can sing as well. My son, he's 6 years old. And, you know, he tried to mimic me, you know, but, you know, he got the accent / not the accent. So he in the middle.
Yeah.
But that's fun, you know what I'm saying? But they music, I can see it's definitely in them. It just, you know, whatever they want to do, hopefully that's something that they love and they want to pursue. And I'll definitely help them, you know? But, you know, my granny, Miss Ethel McIntosh, she was my grandmother, you know? And, you know, so music run in my family, you know, from Blinky, you know, and that's my Uncle Junior, you know. So music was always something big in my family, you know what I mean? So I just happy to bring something new. I'm bringing dancehall and reggae, you know.
Yeah, man. Hopefully, you know, hopefully you get kids on one of the tracks, man. Hopefully a little like ad lib, you know, maybe a chorus or something. Like you said, they got a nice voice. So hopefully, you know, they make that happen. You know, that'd be lovely, man. That would be beautiful.
Yeah, man. Actually, I got on one of my songs, it's called Pray For Me. It was released on the One Army Entertainment as a promotional song that I did. And that's my daughter's voice you hear singing Pray For Me on there.
Okay. I definitely I got to check that out, man.
Yep. So them man Google Pray For Me, Krueshef. They're going to find that.
Okay. So did she get her credit? Did she get a credit? Right?
Yeah, man. I give her credit, man, all the
time. Making sure, man. Yeah, making sure. You know, making sure, my boy. Making sure. So
man.
How did? And this is a great question from one of the viewers, Dwayne. How did you get the name Krueshef? You know, why that name, or how did the name came about?
For sure. So my dad, you know, may he rest in peace. I got my name from my dad, you know. They used to call him Krueshef, you know, because my dad used to cook, my dad used to do everything. I mean, he was a good cook too, you know. And all the friend them, every time them man see them, I say Krueshef, you know, and I look like my dad, you know. So when I was younger, them guys used to say, hey, that's little Krueshef, that's small Krueshef right there, you know. And all this time, you know, when he was alive, you know what I mean? And I used to name myself split personality and name myself other names. It just wasn't fitting all the way, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then when my dad transitioned, you know, and I said, man, how can I do something to keep my dad alive? You know, keep him going. I know he lives in me, but how can I do something else to keep his name going? And this is what I decided to do, was call myself Krueshef and keep his name going on.
Man, that's big, man.
Yeah, man.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, like you say, he definitely lives in you, man. You know, once you have kids and you teach them and you mold them, you know, you always live in them, you know, and you pass on to the next generation and the next generation.
Yes,
you know?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you recently, I'm gonna kind of switch a little bit. Recently, you posted a video with one of your friends, them being handled in a in a different matter by a security or police. How was that experience like for you? With just the way how the wall has been going the last few years, with police brutality, and you see the disparity of blacks and whites, the difference in how blacks have been abused and handled with the law and stuff. Oh, you can't hear me? You can hear me? I can't hear. Hold up. All right, viewers, I could hear me. I don't know if I could hear me. I don't know if you got text or whatever. Okay. Give thanks, Dwayne. All right, I was tripping out, man. I ain't been on this in a while, man. So kind of tripping a little bit and stuff like that, man. But hey, viewers, man, I appreciate that tuning in and supporting Krueshef, man. This is great hearing his story and everything. So I hope everybody doing well and stuff. Sean, old and clear. Okay, yeah. Thanks for the feedback. Appreciate that. Appreciate it. You know. Yeah, man. But like I said, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in. We got Krueshef back, so hopefully everything is good. Yeah, give thanks, Sean. Give thanks. So Krueshef kind of having trouble connecting and stuff, so we just blame StreamYard, so definitely. Yeah, but definitely trying to get a lot more different varieties of different guests on the podcast, musical business owners and stuff, man. So we're starting the year right. Definitely shout out to Pang, shout out to Tegan. Make sure you guys definitely follow CBA, Choices Basketball Association. We got they have a lot of stuff coming up and everything for the youths them and stuff like that. Definitely check out the website, Choices Basketball Association.org. Definitely support, and if you guys could donate, definitely donate. There is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. Hopefully in the future, it comes about that you guys will definitely be proud and be happy. And the next generations definitely will have some opportunities to definitely achieve dreams and achieve their goals and everything. So, so definitely look forward. Definitely follow them and follow Choices Basketball Association CBA on Facebook. Definitely follow and definitely keep following them. And I always look out, for more updates and stuff. Carry on doing her thing, behind the scenes as well. Definitely Dean Haywood, so a lot of different people as well. So Krueshef is having trouble connecting. I could see the name, but it's not connecting. But so you guys gonna have to hear me rumble a little bit and stuff. And I mentioned this when the podcast start, when the live start. Definitely want to big up everybody that has been a guest on the podcast, man. I appreciate you guys taking your time out to share your guys' story and stuff like that. So definitely appreciate you guys. So. But I hope everybody's doing well. I know the Dallas game is going on now. I don't know who winning and stuff like that because I locked in with Krueshef, man. Definitely enjoying this this interview and him sharing his life story with us. So I appreciate you viewers tuning in and supporting as well too. Remember, Vida Ida Legends on YouTube, Elite Podcast on Facebook. So definitely, follow. Definitely spread the word. There's a lot of different episodes. We have 91 episodes. Damn, game tied at 6. Oh, nice. Close game. I know a lot of Cowboys fans. I know they nervous. I know they're biting their nails and everything. So. Also, I guess I share with the public and everything, man. We definitely gonna be having different guests on. Definitely would like to have some, round tables. Round table discussion, talking about current events, talking about life and stuff like that. So, any past guests that would love to come on and we talk about different topics where we just bounce our, we bounce our different perspectives. We could agree to disagree and stuff like that. It's just all about sharing our wisdom from our perspective, from our mind as well too, So definitely we're looking forward to do things like that as well, And like I said, if you guys know anyone who would like to come on and share their story, before you guys contact me, make sure you guys ask them if they're willing to come on, live and stuff. So, so we have my son, we got Krueshef back and we'll bring him right away. Let me answer Dwayne's question. I'm gonna ask my son if he wants to get interviewed. Hopefully he wants to come on. I would love for him to come on so you guys could see him. He representing, he was born in the States, but he represents VI, that's why he represent, so he's representing the Virgin Islands. He's doing great things. I would love for him to come on. He's a very shy guy, so we'll see, I would pressure him, I would try for him to come on. Hopefully he come on. So but anyway, we got Krueshef back. Viewers, I appreciate your patience and everything. So we back with Krueshef,
Definitely, man. Yeah, sorry about that. I had some technical difficulties.
Yeah. I ain't gonna say it. I was gonna blame a platform, but I ain't gonna do it. I ain't trying to get kicked out of the line. You see how they're going these days, man. You say the wrong thing, they're going to ban you, man. There is no freedom of speech on social media.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. So, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I forgot where we was at because
you was going to ask me about the my friend who got pretty much brutality against. Yeah.
So and I always go back with your upbringing and the foundation of who you are and how you present yourself. You're a man of all about love, peace, and happiness. And everything, So I'm not sure if that was your first time experiencing it, but we have seen it on TV. We have seen it on social media, Twitter, Instagram. Has been, discussions for the last several years now, with the Colin Kaepernick taking the knee. And, you had the, God forgive me, I forgot his name, up in Minnesota, with the guy with the cops. So I apologize for getting his name. But, so was that your first time experiencing that? And if so, if not, and if it was, how was that like for you?
No, it definitely was not my first time experiencing that. Me being black in the United States, especially at Krueshef, what I'm saying? I face almost something similar to that, but a little more, I would say a little more dangerous, the cops, one night I was coming home from the gym, the cops, roll up on me with like two big vans, jump out the vans, pull the gun on me, I was only like, I think, 18 at the time, The man got the guns pointing towards me, about to shoot me, telling me to go in my pocket and pull out my wallet. And I was like, nah, I ain't pulling on nothing,
Yeah.
So, and the reason why I didn't do it was because it was just like a couple of weeks ago, they shot up Amadou Diallo 41 times.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yes. And then, and I was like, all I had was my boxing bag with me. I guess they thought I had some drugs, whatever inside of my bag, but that still don't get them the right to just pull up on a kid and put a gun to him. Telling me to go in my pocket. Yeah. I felt like that wasn't right. And then after I said no, then the cop came over, come by me, pull up my wallet, and then tell me, sorry, it was a mistaken identity. you know.
Wow.
So it was crazy, you know.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
at that point, you know, I kind of felt that hatred toward cops back then, you know,
Yeah.
and I just never really liked them, you know. But as I mature, you know, I realize that not all cops are bad. You know, you just got some bad cops, you know.
Yeah.
And so, you know,
That's
what happened
true.
to my friend, you know, was totally messed up. You know, the man, he even, you know, was not in any kind of defensive position, and them guys just hit him and beat him up bad, man. You know, I mean, they
Yeah.
could have broke his neck. I mean, the way they had his body and everything, you know, it was jacked up.
You know, it's like, man, it's tough because you experience that, and you got to live with that for the rest of your life. But
Yep.
then what makes it even worse is the fact that sometimes it's caught on camera that it pretty much lives on forever. So now you have
Mhm.
friends, family that have to see that and have to deal with it too, you know. And if the person
Yeah.
have kids, that's even worse. You know, you don't know how it's gonna affect the kids, you know, growing up, you know, for the rest of their life. So it's, man, it's tough, you know, these days, man. So is your friend and everything okay?
Yeah, man. He's fine now. You know, he told me, you know, he went to the hospital. They got, you know, the pictures of him and all kind of stuff like that, you know, of how the guy, I mean, the guy pretty much, you know, they beat him, you know what I'm saying? Beat him in his ribs and his head, everything, you know? So he was like, bro, and I thought he was playing. I was like, TT, stop playing. He's like, nah, bro, real, man. And whoop my ass, man. You know?
Yeah,
I was like, for real? He's like, yo, bro, I'm not playing. And then, you know, he sent it to me. I couldn't believe that happened to him, you know? So I was like, you know, I got to shed some light. I got to shed some awareness, you know what I'm saying, on this issue, because it's like, you know, that's police brutality, you know what I'm saying? And to me, it's like, or EMS brutality, or whoever do it is wrong for doing people that. You check what I'm saying?
yeah,
And it's like they do that. And the thing about it is that they do this to us. And then and when I say us, I'm talking about minorities. You know, just being honest from my experience and from what I see in
yeah.
my life. They've done it many times and just they had no cameras, you know. But now that we have the cameras, the things are being shed to light, you know. So
Yeah,
that
it's
is,
true. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. Now, you know, just this morning when I wake up, you know, I was reading on Twitter about that incident that just happened in California, man. How far that incident that happened is far from where you live, with the
you
10
know.
people being murdered, 10 people getting killed in a mass shooting.
Oh wow! I didn't even really know that, man. I have to read it.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Wow.
check it out. It's man, I want to say was it in a dance studio or something? Yeah,
Wow.
10 people killed, like 10 people injured in a mass shooting. You
In,
know, I
in,
have yeah,
oh wow, that's crazy. I'm gonna check it
yeah,
out, man.
yeah, in California. Yeah, it happened in California. I want to say that happened was it last night or early this morning? You know, but I saw it this morning, but I haven't followed up because, you know, as time goes on, it's gonna be updated and the news is gonna be more accurate. So, but yeah,
That's
10
right.
people definitely got, you know, killed. It was a mass shooting and stuff. So yeah, definitely
Wow.
when you get time, man, they happen in California.
Yeah, man, I
Yeah,
definitely will, man. Definitely pray for their families, man. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Health and strength to them. You know, that's crazy, you know. If it's in LA, I'm like probably an hour and 35 minutes away from LA. So yeah.
Yeah. You know, so you know, we kind of winding down. Do you have any new music coming out? Anything you working on? Any a new album coming out? Like what's new? Oh,
Yo, I got some new music coming out. I'm working with Don Hines, booking agency. And you know, I mean, the guy is getting me connected, man. And got some new music coming out. I got about 2 tracks coming out. When I mean the fire, I tell
that's what
you,
I like to hear. That's what I like to hear.
it's gonna be dropping. It's called Virtuous Woman. You know, of course, for the
Okay.
ladies,
I like
number
that
one
title. I like
thing,
the title. I like the title. That's good.
Virtuous Woman.
Yeah.
And then the second one is called Winner. And the winner
I
is
love
for
that.
everybody in the world.
I
You know
love
what I'm
that.
saying? No matter what you're going through, just believe you is a winner and you're going to win. Just keep moving forward.
I love that, man. I love that. That's my mentality, man. Win.
Yes,
You
sir.
know what I'm saying? Win.
Yep. Yep.
I was gonna ask you this question earlier. What the video Vibes, right? I'm correct. Vibes, right?
Yes.
Produced, directed by Miami Film Kings. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
But yes.
So how, man? That first of all, that's amazing, man. Because for becoming a reggae artist and then having someone you grew up with, from Lagoon, Miami Film Kings, able
Yes.
to direct your music video, which is, I love the video, man. I love the concept. Man, it's a fun video to watch, man. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you.
So how did that connection come about with you on Miami Film Kings? Big up to Miami Film Kings. Been trying to get them on the podcast. They're supposed to come on, but busy. That's my brothers, them. They're busy, so I know how it is, but definitely want to big them up. They're doing big things.
Definitely.
Yeah. How did that how did that happen?
Man, it's crazy, man. We were I think it was either me or him hit each other up on Facebook. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like, wait a minute, that's Noel? And I was like, what? Noel doing video and all this stuff? I was so amazed, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Peter, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, wow, man, these guys' video is off the chain. That man doing video for all the big artists, Rick Ross, everybody, you name it. Yeah. That man doing it. And when we link up, he was like, yo, Krueshef, I got to do your video, man. I'm waiting. Yeah. And so we just kind of talked, we link up, and we made it happen, man. And so, I tell him, hey, definitely gonna work in the future, you know what I'm saying? And drop some new videos, and he'll be my first go-to video man, Yeah. So, for sure.
Well, was that your first time working with Noel and Peter, Miami Film Kings?
Definitely, yeah. That was my first time. Well, it was actually on We Rise Up, on my We Rise Up track. Yeah. That was my first time working with Peter and Noel, was on We Rise Up song. And then we worked again on Vibes. And so, yeah.
That's lovely, man. Good to see the brothers, them doing big things, man, working together, since childhood, man, and doing big things for the world to see, man.
Man.
Yeah. Yes, so I'm definitely looking forward to see you guys working together more, man, directing more videos and making it happen, man. Hopefully I'm close by and I could pop in and
you don't know.
Yeah, pop in and everything, man.
Yes, sir.
So now, so I have these. Usually, with the guests, I have these like questions and stuff. Pan call it the rapid questions. So I have just a bunch of random questions and everything.
No.
So, first question: your top 5 favorite albums of any genre of music that you just love.
Top 5 favorite albums.
Yeah, some of these questions might be a little bit, tough. So be ready.
That one is kind of tough because, what I'm saying. I love dancehall. I don't get. I love dancehall. You know what I'm saying. And I normally listen to a lot of mixes. You know what I'm saying. So it's a variety of different artists. I really didn't listen to just albums, So I listened. Okay. I can give you the top 5 artists I listen to. I can tell you Bounty Killer, Buju Banton, Beanie Man, Sean Paul, and also who I like now. I think is really good. Also is Ja Vinci. I like him as well. So those I like them cats. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I normally listen to a lot of dancehall mixes. So as far as reggae albums and dancehall albums go, I don't really buy the album. As far as I listen to more singles and just the artists them. Okay,
I got you.
But yeah. But I also want to say that in rap, album I can give you is for DMX. What is it? Something dark as hell or something is hot. Yeah, flesh of my flesh and blood of my blood. Yeah. I bought those albums, so I love that. And of course, Tupac album.
You already know. You already know. That's the man.
Yes.
You already know Tupac West, Fredericksburg, West Side.
West Side.
St. Croix back home. Tupac that's the guy.
But
That's the head. That's the king.
Yes.
Yeah. It's dark and hell is hot. It's dark and hell is hot.
Yeah, there you go. Yes. That
Classic
one,
album.
yes. And flesh
Classic
of my
album.
flesh, blood of my
Flesh of My
blood
Blood.
for DMX.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Rest in peace to DMX, man. Definitely a
Definitely.
legend. You know,
Yes.
what's your favorite type of food?
Favorite type of food? St. Croix food.
I see what you're doing, man. You're making it. You're going the easy route. I got you. I like that one. I like that one.
Yeah,
So,
man.
so what you like doing on your what you like doing on your spare time?
On my spare time, I like to go to the beach, man. You know, and just kind of cool out. I like just doing just music, just freestyling in the car. Sometimes I just like doing that. I just play some music and I'll go ride somewhere and just have a freestyle session. You know, I like that doing those type of things.
Nice. I like that. Do you watch a lot of TVs, a lot of movies?
Yes, I watch a lot of movies on TV.
Okay, I'm not gonna share with the viewers, you know, the audience, some of your favorite movies from the top of your head that you can remember.
All right, some of my favorite movies. Let's see. I like MIB, Men in Black. Every Men in Black. I thought that's cool. You know, I like old movies. I like I like you know what I'm saying? What's that movie called? The Man with the Star, you know what I'm saying? He was the Gladiators.
Oh yeah, Gladiator.
Yeah, Gladiator. I like Gladiator. Yep. Oh, and I like Equalizer with Denzel Washington.
Classic.
Yes. Yeah. Both of those Equalizers, man. I love that movie. And John Wick. I like that kind of action pack kind of thing.
Yeah.
I like those movies. And you know something? Recently, I've been watching some of Medea stuff. Medea stuff, funny, man.
Yeah, it's funny, yeah.
I like that too.
It's funny, Medea funny, yeah.
Yeah, but to be honest with you, I think my best favorite movie I like, as far as like the one I'll watch over and over and over again, is It's All About the Benjamins and Next Friday.
Two classic and funny movies, man.
Yes.
Classic and funny movies. What was some of your favorite growing up? If you was watching any TV show, what was some of your favorite TV shows growing up?
Growing up, let me see. That's kind of hard, you know, because when I was young, me really had cable, you know. But what I used to do, right? I used to go with my cousin Rael, and may he rest in peace too. You know, my cousin out. Yeah. And I used to watch like Cartoon Tom and Jerry and them thing, you know.
Classic,
I like them kind of thing. But growing up, I really watched too much shows, my son.
Too busy outside, man. Too busy chasing horse chicken. You know, like you said earlier, climbing a mango tree, kennel tree, getting in trouble. You know, in the ask parkour, Harrigan.
Yeah,
man. 5 words that describe you.
5 words describe me.
5 words that describe you.
Humble, winner, I am more than a conqueror, I am blessed, and another one, I am amazing.
I like that. 5 dinner guests, dead or alive, at the dinner table.
5 dinner
you
guests.
And 5 dinner guests, dead or alive, the dinner table that you would love to have a conversation with.
Emmanuel. Lord, personal Lord and Savior. Yes, Emmanuel. I love to have a conversation with him. King Solomon, my dad. And alive, you know, I would say all my high school friends like you and Gene and everybody else who I ain't seen in a very, very long time.
Yeah, you know, chop it up and everything, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. Have you made a dub plate for any sound systems?
A dub plate?
Yeah.
Not yet, because you know it's all about. I've had offers, right? But the thing is, they want me to do it for free all the time. So I am a business. You check what I'm saying? And I tell them, you want me to dub plate for you? I do it. But if I got to go to the studio, they got to take care of the studio costs. You check what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if they don't take care of the studio costs, they ain't getting no dub plate. It's just that simple.
I respect that. I respect that. Definitely
Yeah.
respect that. Yeah. Your favorite actor and favorite actress?
Let me see. I say I love Denzel Washington. I think he's one of my favorite actors. Actresses, let's see, I'm trying to think of that lady name. The lady who played in The Woman King.
Man, I don't even know.
You know what I'm talking about, right? It's Viola Davis.
Oh, Viola Davis. Okay, yeah. Man,
Yeah, Viola Davis.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. I haven't seen The Woman King, so I didn't know who he was. Who acted.
Oh yeah, you gotta go see that movie. It was good. It was good.
It was good.
Yeah, man, it was good, man. It was good.
5 countries or places, or cities you would like to visit that you haven't visited.
Let me see. I would love to go visit Jerusalem. I love to go visit Africa. You know what I'm saying? Within Africa, Egypt. I love to go visit. Even Rome. I love to go visit. And this one will sound crazy, but you know what I'm saying? The cool place, man. You know what I'm saying? Oh gosh, Antarctica. I like to go visit 6 years.
Okay. Nice. Your dream collaboration in music. Who is your dream collaboration? Like somebody you would just love to work with.
Bounty Killer, Ground Godzilla.
I like that, man. Last question. Your favorite place you have visited so far in your life?
Man, that's a good one. Favorite place I visited in my whole life. I've been a lot of places. I've been like to Brazil, Argentina.
I'll give you 5. Give me 5. I'll make it easier for you. 5.
Yes, thank you. Jamaica, Brazil, Argentina, Cayman Islands, and I would say Puerto Rico.
Man, you visit some nice places, man.
Yeah, man.
Some nice places. I want to go to Brazil.
Yeah, you gotta go, man.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, man. Well, man, Krueshef, my brother, from way back, man. I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. Definitely shout out to my brother Pang, shout out to my brother Tegan as well too. But I definitely appreciate you coming on, man. You want to send any big ups, any shout outs to anybody, your family, your friends, your kids, your siblings, uncle, nephews, anyone you want to send shout outs to?
First, I want to say that, shout out to God, Jah, you know what I'm saying? The Son, Holy Manuel. Blessings to my wife, my children, you know what I'm saying? Blessings to you, all my friends, the fans out there, the whole Krueshef team, to Dan Hines, to Raquel, to Lloyd Ling, and everybody who got me going on the right path to get this music thing and make it into a real success. So, yes, sir.
Yes, sir, man. Miss Bryson, I got you. We're not going to lay him off the hook. I got you. I got you. Yeah, man. So all the viewers, man, I appreciate you guys tuning in, man. So this was an amazing interview, man. I appreciate you sharing your life story with us, man. Krueshef, man. It was amazing that you know what I'm saying? If you ever want to come on the podcast to promote anything, if you want to come on and talk about anything you got coming up, you're more than welcome to do it, man. The podcast is here to spread nothing but love and help everybody, man. That's what we're here for, man. We ain't play hating with nobody, man. We're here to spread love and bring togetherness, man. So that's how we represent. And if nobody with that, then that's it is what it is, So
yeah.
So man, hey, before you leave, man, you got to sing something, man. Just a little 5-10 second. If you need me to freestyle, let me know, man. I might cook something up for you too.
Okay. You got to do something, Mumbai.
God, man.
All right, you ready? I'll do another thing. You ready?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'm gonna sing a little bit of God Woman so you can hear it.
I got you.
All All right.
Respect.
Goddess, no, you know which man. Bodies full of like Christian. Money girl make a you know lick man. Fresh like press. You know each man. Some girl them a play. Who know switch man. Now run second place. Top class teach man. But you own car them. You know this one. Top not top chef. Low real top man. World watch me. Coulda stop man. Designer gear for your low. Where your sharp man. Low peace. So mind you. Never slack man. Bless the best. Madam. A girl. No girl in here, eyelash done on here. Girl got body on here, body on rear. One God alone you are fear. Yeah. One man do not share. Sit up and spear like cheer. Girl got body on here, body on here. Face clean, clear. Yeah, man.
But. Big tune. God woman, man. Hey, Krueshef, I appreciate you. Before you leave, man, plug your social media. Let everybody know where they can find you. Where they could I know they could purchase your album on your website. You know, list your website as well too. You know.
Oh. Up done no man. Yo, you can find my music at Krueshef.com, at Facebook at Krueshef, Instagram at Krueshef, YouTube.com/Krueshef Music. Krueshef, it's spelled Krueshef. Krueshef. You can buy my music at my website, www.krueshef.com. And I'm everywhere, Spotify, any type of media outlet, you can find my music.
Nice. Love it, man. Viewers, man, appreciate you guys tuning in, supporting Krueshef, man. You know, definitely you guys follow him on Instagram, follow him on Facebook, check out the website, you know, support and everything. God woman. Definitely check it out as well too. The Elite Podcast, man. We out. Bless up to everybody. You guys stay tuned. Look out for the posts. We have more guests that's coming up. You know, a lot of legends, a lot of artists, you know, a lot of athletes and everything. So one day at a time, man. Everybody be safe. Much love. Bless up and big up to everybody.
Bless up, bro. Thanks, man.